Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and welcome back to Space Quest 4, Roger Wilco and the Time Rippers, or Space Quest 10, whichever way you want to cut that cake, slice the cake. Someone do something to that cake, please. The cake needs love. Anyway, we're back in the Galaxy Galleria, the shopping mall, probably the most iconic place in Space Quest history, at least I think, because, I had some comments in the last video that, the Galaxy Galleria is one of those places where you just find some respite. It's the first time in the game when you can just sort of like sit back and relax and go, oh my god, all of that is over with. I'm not being chased back and forth. I can just, walk around and explore this shopping mall. It's a very 90s thing to do. Let's go to the mall. And I've been sitting here trying to work out why it is I'm doing what I'm doing here, because I know there's a bunch of puzzles to solve here. Most of them involve, cleaning out the ATM machine, getting money for that, getting a job and all of that. But I'm actually struggling to find out or to come to terms with why it is I'm doing it. It's just been on autopilot all these years. You go to the Monolith Burger and you get a job, and then you buy the women's outfit and you clean out the ATM so you have all the money in the world. But I can't really recall why you do that, because the one thing we need to pick up, for some reason I got off the correct walkway there. One thing we need to pick up, like in terms of the plot here, is the hint book in the software store. The crowd should be gone from the software store now. There you go. And the hint book is what's going to give us the other half of that time code we found on the dead secret policeman. This thing.
These symbols look vaguely familiar. Now, where have you seen them?
Where indeed. So, in a very, very meta thing, if you go in here, there's a bargain bin, and there's a Space Quest 4 hint book, and you pick that up, and there's actually the other half of the time code in that. Don't ask me why. But the hint book is only like 5 buckazoids, and we have got 39 buckazoids. We're actually pretty good. We're actually pretty set here. So, the whole thing about cleaning out the ATM machine and getting a job at Monolith Burger and getting all the cash in the world is actually all to do with an optional puzzle, and that involves this little Pocket Pal portable terminal thing we've got. See, it's got this little connector on the side of it, and that comes in handy later in the game for a puzzle that is actually completely and utterly optional. But I'm gonna do it anyway, so we're gonna get through all of that. But I've just been sitting here for a while, for like 10 minutes or so, just walking around the mall going, so if I was playing this game fresh, like coming in new, what would be my goal, except for just walking around the mall going, how do I get out of here? And, defeat Volhol or go back to my own time period or whatever. It's not really that clear to me. Because, alright, let's just go in and pick up the hint book and get the next time code in the game.
Sorry, but the crowd completely cleaned out my stock of Sierra software.
Had to get some emphasis on that one.
The only thing that's left is boring home and business application software, along with a few inferior games. But feel free to look around anyway. So, are you looking for a good database? We've got one coming in next week.
That line is random every time you enter the store. He just utters some stupid nonsense. What the hell is just a database? And why is it in 2 words? You, sir, are a travesty.
The clerk is keeping his eye on you.
And I'm keeping my finger on his. Okay, so let's just have a look around the bargain bin. The bargain bin is an interesting little anomaly in Space Quest 4, actually. It is by far the most memory-intensive portion of the game, and it was so memory-intensive that they had to remove some of the boxes, some of the game boxes that you can move around here, see? Because it just took up too much goddamn memory.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Sorry, sir. Very, very sorry about that. Yes, I am going to look at all of these. They're all tons of fun. They were all written by Josh Mandel, incidentally, whom we'll also see a picture of in a minute. But the thing we should probably do first is get the Space Quest 4 hint book.
The 2 guys from Andromeda's latest sci-fi comedy, Space Quest 4, will give you hours of frustration unless you have this hint book. Want to know how to get the dog into the hanging basket? Want to find out how to attach the melon? Buy this hint book and it all becomes obvious. You'll hit your head and say, boy, how stupid could I have been? A moron could have figured this out. I must be a real dimwit, a pathetic nimno, a wretched, idiotic excuse for a human being not to have figured out these simple puzzles in the first place. Try it and see.
What do you want to do with this? Well, it's only 5 buckazoids, so I'm going to keep it. Hell yeah. Now, before we do anything else, of course, we're going to look at all of these game boxes. So, Jesus. It's a little finicky. Here we go.
It's here at last, with a combination of SAI, Simulated Artificial Intelligence, and VRAI, Virtually Real Artificial Intelligence. We at Max This Software have created a simulated simulator experience that's unlike anything you've ever simulated playing before. With SimSim, you can create a simulated environment in which you can create any simulated environment you want.
Good old Max's. Rest in peace and everything. Sierra having a little bit of fun at their endless lines of sim product. They had, you know, not just Sim City, but Sim Ant, Sim Farm, Sim whatever. So the parody is, of course, it's just like Sim. Fuck it. Jesus.
I see you've made a selection from our box of slop, bargain bin.
Not quite yet. Sorry. And all the boxes have reset. This is one of my favorite parodies.
Presenting the latest in the award-winning King's Quest series, from the still active mind of aging Roberta Williams III, latest in the award-winning Roberta Williams series, what happens when Old Man Graham and his family are kicked out of Daventry Condo Association? You'll meet the fabulous Bernoulli brothers, Professor C.D. Romberg, and of course Rumpelstiltskin, over 12 gigabytes in length.
Now, that seems like nothing today. 12 gigabytes, holy shit. The subtitle for this one is The Quest for Disk Space. Now, 1991 is one of the first CD-ROM games. Having 640 megabytes, I think the first CD-ROMs had, was astounding, stupendous. So the thought of a game taking up 12 gigabytes was just wackadoodle. So therein lies the joke. Of course, 12 gigabytes today is nothing. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 won't even run on my PS3 without downloading like a gajillion gigabytes of updates and shit. But, yeah, so anyway. And I said that was one of my favorite parodies. This is by far my absolute favorite one, and apparently Brian Moriarty himself found it quite funny as well. It's a parody of Loom by LucasArts Adventure, of course, infamously one of the easiest games to finish in the world.
The latest bomb from master storyteller Maury Brianarty, Boom, is a post-Holocaust adventure set in post-Holocaust America after the Holocaust. Neutron bombs have eradicated all life, leaving only you to wander through the wreckage. No other characters, no conflict, no puzzles, no chance of dying, and no interface make this the easiest to finish game yet. Just boot it up and watch it explode.
Like his fingers just coming off of there. Yeah. Brian Moriarty actually gave a... Sometimes I even fuck it up and call him Maury Brianart. Bori Moriarty. Brady Ninidi. He gave a GDC talk about Loom, and he actually had that clip in. And it got a laugh, and he was cool with it, and that's fun. Does anyone want to see a picture of Josh Mandel? He's actually on the cover of this parody of Where in the Fuck is Carmen Sandiego?
It's the newest in the wacky Jaime Lipschitz series. Jaime, son of a wealthy New York furrier, has gone wild with Dad's frequent flyer vouchers again. Can you track Jaime down and bring him home to meet the girl Mom's picked out for him? Hold on to your yarmulke. Yes, Jaime Lipschitz strikes again. 640K, Ronald MT32, and 3.5 circumcision required.
Broder puns. Where in the world is Jaime Lipschitz, and who really cares? Also, I'm kind of astounded they got away with the pun Lipschitz. But anyway, let's just have a few more. See, I'm saving the best for, well, not the best parodies, but I'm saving a couple of them for last because there were actually some boxes cut out from this. Like I said, this is a very memory-intensive screen, so they had to remove some of the boxes, and there's one of them, and there's the other one. So let's hope they, because these were added in by New Rising Sun. They're not in the disc version, they're not in the CD-ROM version, they're only in the New Rising Sun patch. They are in the game's resource files, but they were taken out because this screen kept crashing on people's computers because it took up so much memory. Being able to move the boxes around is what caused the trouble there. So we're gonna save those for last, eh? Yes, we are, because this is... Does anyone remember Cinemaware? And it came from the desert? Well, this is...
Head for the hills, it's coming, and this time it's hungry. It Came for Dessert is a thrilling action-adventure in which a mob of pushy, overweight relatives invade your kitchen. Armed with only a Jell-O mold and a pastry bag, you must repel the invaders, always keeping an eye on your blood sugar level. It's the merriest mix-up since Animaware's fabulous Defender of the Crown Rib Roast.
Oh, Defender of the Crown, too. Yeah, Animaware. Ouch. Alrighty. The last one here.
From the folks who brought you Astro
Second to
Chicken.
last.
When it comes to stimulating chickens, Chuck Egger is the expert. And now you can learn from him. Design the chicken of your choice. Over 40 options including lips, no lips, and laying frequency. And take your creation for a wild ride over real barnyard scenery based on an authentic flight model of a chicken. You're in for a peck of fun now.
Also, it said Klug Egger, but Gary Owens mispronounced it as Chuck Egger. Who cares? It's a parody of Chuck Yeager's flight simulator thing. It's one of those things that flight simulator people really like. I don't know. I've never actually played a flight simulator in my life for more than 10 minutes at a time. Anyway, chickens. Love it. I have no idea who's on the cover wearing a weird little beak mask, but fun times indeed. I said it was the last one. It's actually the second to last one before we get to the new boxes. The last one is this.
Following closely on the heels of his hit Tic-Tac-Toe construction set, Phil Fudge does it again. Using a simple point-and-click interface, you construct the checkerboard of your dreams. Fill in an 8x8 grid with squares of your choice, red or black, in any arrangement, as long as it's alternating. Don't like it? Erase it and start all over again. Requires MCGA, CGA, VGA, PGA, or Ta-ra-ra-boom-GA.
So basically you have an 8x8 grid and you just fill in squares. And then you go, okay, well, let's start over, fill in more squares. It's published by Scumsoft. So apparently they weathered that little storm in Space Quest 3. Anyway, let's get to the big, the two big ones. The ones that, look at how precarious those are balanced, by the way. All right, let's do Stunt Flyer first.
Formerly entitled Heroes Flyer, this is the flight simulator you've been waiting for. Tired of flight simulators that load and run? Still looking for a sim that really crashes? Featuring a stunning 3D-filled polygon, Stunt Flyer will have you going through the roof the moment you get it home.
Nice. See, I've never actually heard this in the game. This is all new to me too. Stunt Flyer, published by Sierra. Not actually really sure what they're parodying here. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know. And of course, Dacron Danny.
Imagine a character so offensive, so sexually inept, and so lame-brained that you just can't wait to step into his shoes. That's Dacron Danny, first in the Sahara Off-Ramp's new educational series of true-life adventures from the team of Hello Can You Go? Learn how others see you. Dacron Danny, your computer guide to your inner self.
No points for guessing what this is parodying, but holy shit, someone, and by someone I mean Josh Mandel, had tons of fun with this. Dacron Danny does dirty deeds in the dark wearing drip-dyed duds, published by Sahara. Well, you can kind of see why Stunt Flyer got taken out, because I'm not really sure what that's parodying, and also it has the actual Sierra logo on it, so not the funniest one in the batch, but this one I really missed. I've heard the voice file in the resource audio file, but I've never actually seen it in game or, heard that line with the graphic. Fuck it, let's just.
Ah, I see you've made a selection from
you
our
already
box
told
of
me that.
Bargain bin.
And of course we have to pay for it because.
Thank you.
I was halfway across the room. I just fucking tossed those 5 buckazoids in his head. Just boom, there you go, motherfucker. Also, does he have a scowl on him or is it just me? I must sniff him, just to see if that's how he likes to get down.
Ah, the distinctive aroma of Centauri Moon number 5.
That makes no sense to me, so I'm going to give him a tongue bath.
That's not a very clean habit.
Damn it, they didn't write a unique description for having a lick at him.
Ah, you'd rather not. You never know where it's been.
See, that's just the randomized generic response for licking things. Can't believe I'm saying this shit. Alright, so now we've got the hint book. Let's have a look inside. The hint book comes with this little reveal-o-matic thing.
Yes, it's a reveal-o-matic. electric hint revealer.
I actually didn't remember it was called a Reveal-O-Matic. Apparently it is.
An SQ4 hint book.
So we use one on the other.
It would serve no purpose.
Or not. I'm sorry. I'll just open you up then, you son of a bitch. Alright, it auto-selects the hint revealer thing. Now, all of this is absolutely hysterically funny, and I should probably go through it. Might just save that for the one-man wrap-up video. Why a one-man wrap-up video? I'm the only one here. But in the interest of brevity, I'm going to skip to the question you actually need a hint for, and it's this one. I'm in the stupid time pod, where else can I go? Where do you think? Someplace where the sun don't shine. Yulin's Flats, if you had the coordinates. Foreshadowing where it is we're actually going.
Oh, great. Only half the answer showed. It must be a defective hint module.
Yes, but luckily we have the other half of the key. And actually, I think I said in a previous episode that the time codes are 5 digits, and my friend Anna's in the comments very helpfully said, "There's actually 6. You did get half of the code." So thank you. Yes, these are the first 3. There's also a second hint that we have to get, and it is... I'm in a strange room inside the supercomputer. Scary eyeball-looking things are staring at me. Biomechanical bones living up the area nicely. I also can't read. How do I get through the door? Use the Ovaltine, Jaws of Life. Since neither of those items are in the game, try this code, 54321. Since that one didn't work either, try this one. We're gonna need that code later in the game as well. All of these are tremendous fun, also written by Josh Mandel, and they poke fun at everything from just how absurd hint books were. Sierra were very big on selling hint books at the time because, well, Roberta Williams and Moon Logic and King's Quest, and also there was no internet to look up if you got stuck in an adventure game back then. So hint books and hint lines, of course, all come at a price, and this game pokes fun at that. But it also pokes fun at anything from Twin Peaks to other things. So anyway. And technical manuals. I just saw that one out of the corner of my eye. I tried to install the game on a floppy something. So anyway, we've actually got what we need now to progress in the game. But let's not do that right away. Let's get a bite to eat instead.
Yeah?
And I think I've said Josh Mandel about 1,000 times in this video already, but here he is again. This is Josh Mandel.
I'd like,
We're out of it. We're out of everything, including employees.
I wonder why. One of my favorite smell or taste lines are actually in here, because it's okay to make fun of this guy. I mean, look at him.
Woo! This dude smells like a pigsty.
Not necessarily that one, but...
Maybe it would be unwise to order a bacon burger.
That one. No shoot, no shears, no service. Hashtag second language.
Famous mono sauce number 2. Famous mono sauce.
Instead of stereo sauce, I don't
Sucking
know.
on a bottle of ketchup doesn't seem to satisfy your hunger no matter what the government thinks.
That one came a bit out of left field, I think. Alright, anyway, let's keep going with this. Oh, wait a minute. There's one thing I have to do, and that is his cigar is a separate object. Look. You can't actually... If I click on this one, nothing happens, but I can... Yeah, there you go. Let's...
Would you like to apply for a job?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, I am hard up for cash.
You would, huh? Well, this is the greatest opportunity you've ever had, kid. Benefits up the wazoo, and if you stick with me half an hour or so, I'll make you my assistant manager. Now, how would you like that?
Career opportunities.
Gee, thanks.
Warning, the following sequence contains explicit arcade action and is not recommended for die-hard adventure players, the arcade squeamish, or those with poor to non-existent motor skills.
This is actually an act of kindness on the two guys from Andromeda's side, because this is the first time, at least in my recollection, that they've let you skip an arcade sequence. And also, I am not entirely sure if the disc version lets you do that, if it's only in the CD-ROM version. I seem to remember the disc version also lets you skip the upcoming arcade sequence, which is, of course we're gonna play it. I mean, of course we are. You have to make burgers for about half an hour, but not really, just half an hour in-game time.
This is so easy, a human could probably do it. Burger comes out of the oven. Drop on your lettuce, your pickle, squeeze on your mayo, squirt on your mustard, on goes your ketchup, top it off with your sesame seed bun. You make 'em my way, and if you mess up enough times, you're out of here. Got it? If
That's
you
a
need to
lot
know
of
how
snorting.
to run the assembly line, read the sign. Just click it with the mouse or press R.
That was a nice little introduction. So yeah, basically all you have to do is put the different condiments on the burger. Here we go. Get some mustard in there, get some... that was actually mayonnaise, that's mustard. This is ketchup, this is the bun, and there you go. And this seems laughably easy right now, and it is, but the speed will of course increase every time you make a correct burger. And if you fuck up one of the ingredients, get it on in the wrong order, or if you miss one of the ingredients, then the sign will say reject, and it will absolutely zap the shit out of the burger, and you're gone. Of course, this gets incredibly tedious, so one of the things you can do is have a look and talk and a taste and a smell on each of the condiments. And this is only in the CD-ROM version you can do that, and all of these, well, I'll just show you.
I'm lettuce. Real old lettuce. Lay me down on the burger. I like to go first.
Bite me on the pickle.
Hi, I'm mayonnaise. I'm cholesterol-laden and ready to clog an artery when given the chance.
I'm your mustard. Squeeze me.
Hello, I'm the ketchup. Did you know there's more sugar in me than in ice cream? It's a fact.
I'm your permabuns. Nothing goes out of here unless it's in me.
These are all Sierra employees. Not that, you know, the rest of the voice cast weren't just Sierra employees, but at least two of them, or three of them actually, are of worthy note. Not that the others aren't, but Mr. Pickle here...
Bite me on the pickle.
...is Neil Matz, whom we had a little encounter with in the Zenonian sewers. The mustard here...
I'm your mustard. Squeeze me.
...is Scott Murphy, designer of the game, and William Shockley, programmer of the game, plays the ketchup.
Hello, I'm the ketchup.
Now we can also have a sniff of them.
Get your nose off me. What do I look like? A nostril mat?
I'm the pickle. I smell like vinegar on a spring morning.
Pickle's my favorite because he's just completely oblivious.
Don't bother. I'm really quite bland.
Aww.
Pungent, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No smell. Better no smell than a bad one.
I smell like any other set of 299-year-old buns.
Yum, yum. Alright, let's give him a taste first. The burger is beyond saving now. It's almost at the end here.
I'm lettuce. Tastes like an old leaf. Okay?
Okay,
It
never
tastes
mind.
like crunchy toe jam sauteed in vinegar.
That one's my favorite. Let's just get the burger out of the way. Have that thing destroyed. Boom.
It tastes like crunchy toe jam sauteed in vinegar.
That's a cute one.
Some people think I taste oily. I don't think so. Do you?
Go ahead. Take a big lick, old Mr. Mustard. You'll be sorry.
I'm the best little condiment you ever tasted. You know I am, really. I'm not kidding, I am.
That's my favorite one.
I am a permabun. While I have absolutely no taste, I do have a shelf life of 3 centuries.
Alright, let's get on with this shit. Let's make some fucking burgers. Here we go. Slap that one, slap that one, slap that one, slap that one on, and just sit back and relax. This is so tedious. This is very tedious. This is so tedious. I'm gonna turn up the speed. Because that's a little cheat you can do. If you get really bored with this, holy shit, that's actually pretty fucking fast! Alright, let's ease down on it there, little Sonny Jimmy, my boy. Making burgers. Making burgers. It is going very fast now. Haha. Apparently reducing the speed in the game makes the thing that's supposed to make the burgers come faster out counteract the speed you've got. So by turning the speed down, every time you turn the speed back up, it's now running at full speed. it's just sort of reset itself, and I could conceivably keep going like this forever. Which is gonna be the most boring fucking episode in the world. This is a very comfy speed. I'm happy with this. It's probably gonna fuck me up in just a second. There you go. So now we just go up here, turn the speed down a bit, and there you go. Much more manageable. The music, however, is getting really obnoxious. Now, as you can tell from the music, things are really picking up here, but yeah, I'm not even breaking a sweat. How many burgers do these fucking people need? I haven't seen a single person inside the actual, you know, restaurant, and I don't think anyone's ever going in there. I think I've come to the life-altering conclusion that I'm gonna pack it in at 60 buckazoids. I think we should be pretty good to go, since I happen to know that the dress that we're off to buy is 60 buckazoids, and we already had some buckazoids in our inventory already. We actually weren't really that strapped for cash, so we're gonna pack it in at 60. But anyway, at this point, the sequence is supposed to be unbeatable. You are supposed to get fired, so, you know, there's part of me that has morbid curiosity for how this is actually gonna play out. If I'm ever actually gonna get tossed out of the restaurant, I'm starting to think that it's never going to happen. I also said I was packing it in at 60 buckazoids, and I probably should start packing it in, actually. You know what? Let's do 70. 69, dudes! Because we also have to remind ourselves, why are we doing this? Well, we are doing this to clean out an ATM machine, where there is plenty of money to be had. So, at this point, I'm just gonna lean back, have a smoke break, and watch this thing fuck itself to pieces. Don't care, brother. I'm on my smoke break. I think this might be the last one he'll accept, or reject, really, before we get tossed out on our ass. Yep.
You're fired! My janitor could do a better job than you could.
I did tremendously, I have to say. I did cheat, of course, but I think I did very well. Now, of course, he left us a parting gift, as you're supposed to do when you're a good employer. You, of course, leave your employees with a golden handshake and a bonus, and in this case, it is a half-lit stoogie. Or stogie. Well, the software store's closed.
You don't need to look at that.
Excuse me. Very sorry.
It's a cigar, but not much more than a butt.
Well, it's still good enough.
You retrieve the cigar butt.
Now, from an internal logic standpoint, what in the fuck are we doing? But anyway, the cigar butt will come in handy later on in the game. But now, let's celebrate by going clothes shopping. Because we still have an ATM machine to clean out, and it's only gonna accept us cleaning it out if we happen to look like a blonde woman. So let's go look like a blonde woman.
Hiya, hun. I'm Maybot, fashion consultant to the Cosmos. What can we, do with you today?
Well,
Master Jane Jensen?
This is kinda hard to explain.
Oh, let me guess. You want something for someone very special. Someone who died to get the latest in high galactic fashion. Are we right, or are we right?
We're right.
Okay. What size does she take?
Ooh, 38.
Oh, I don't think we're right about that.
I'm not sure, but she's built about like me.
Is she? A likely story. Good thing for you, I can keep a secret, sweetie.
Also, the sound effect on this is just weird beyond belief. That is the sound effect the robot that Maybot makes. Maybot the robot.
I'm sure this will suit that special someone's needs. It's all the rage.
Also, Roger could not be making this any more awkward than it already is.
You want to try it on now. Here, use this dressing room.
She's read right through us.
And honey, if your special someone needs a wig, this one should look pretty good on you.
Damn, girl.
Very lovely, honey. It's made for you. Would you like us to wrap it up? Or would that special someone prefer you to wear it home?
I think I'll wear it home.
Just what we thought. That will be 60 buckazoids, sicko.
Ouch. Yeah, I'm just gonna head some other people
Appreciate it, hun.
off at the pass here. Now, I know what most of you are thinking. Stop, get off your high horse and stuff. No, but seriously, again, 1991. Oh, we got shoes
Thanks
to
for
match.
shopping at Saks.
My fucking pleasure. It's not technically a transphobic joke until she adds in that sicko thing, but let's be honest. This one gets a free pass on my account because, one, the robot is just being a dick, and two, the joke is more about, you know, two people misunderstanding each other. Roger's buying the dress for one reason, and the clerk thinks that he's buying it for a different reason. And, you know, also, again, I know, get off my high horse, but I think it's important to put this in sort of a historical context, because back in 1991, there was not really anything called transgender rights. I mean, it was not even a blip on the radar. In fact, Sierra has kind of a troubled history with, you know, transphobic jokes. There's one in Leisure Suit Larry 6, which is just godfully awful. Godfully awful? That's weird. And you've got a movie like Ace Ventura that comes out where the ending joke basically hinges on one huge transphobic joke. In comparison with what was, you know, current around the time of this game's release, this is a very mild, you know, excursion into some hot waters here. It's just, you know, funny. Haha, man puts on a dress. Which I know, you know, from a modern perspective doesn't really fly, but in this case, it's more of a, you know, a joke about, you know, people misunderstanding each other more than it is, you know, haha, look at the man wearing a dress. But anyway, enough about that. Also, he looks fucking smashing in a dress, I have to say. Ah, the Buckmaster 2000. Well, let's check out the balance on that ATM card. 2001 Buckazoids. Holy shit, Sandra, how much money do you make sailing that sub back and forth? Yeah, well, there's, you can click withdraw and then it's just, well, let's just clean it out. There are no options, there are no, like, increments, there's just, like, fuck it, clean it out, that's how we do shit here. Balance, 0 fucking Buckazoids. Alright, cool. We are rich, motherfucker, rich beyond belief. Now, I seem to remember that there's an Easter egg in the clothing store. Actually, I'm taking the long way around. I should go back here. I think there's an Easter egg where you can like dance around with some of the mannequins in here. Oh,
Let's
right.
Boogie, girls.
There you go. Yeah. You just have to click the hand icon on the leftmost mannequin and Roger just gets into a funky little jig. So, and I think he's gonna
sure know how to bust a move.
And how to deliver lines awkwardly. Well, on that fucking bombshell, and I do mean bombshell, come on ladies and gentlemen, give it up. This is probably a good a time as any to end the episode. We're gonna change back into our Space Hero duds, and then we are going to tackle the Skatorama sequence next episode. I think people who've played this game before know exactly what we're in for, and it's going to be action-packed, and there might be shouting and swearing. So I hope you'll tune back in next Tuesday for that. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do. Do leave me a comment because I genuinely love the comments. Thank you so much for the comments I've gotten so far. You're very nice people. Thank you, and I will see you around the Chrono Stream. Actually, let's just boogie.
Let's boogie, girls.
Nah, he's got me beat.